Hey everybody, Ben for the Bonehead podcast, and we've got breaking news. We've got more Chaos Dwarf news here. We knew it was coming. We knew we would see some Chaos Dwarf star players start to leak through, and we've seen our first one now, which is THARK the Unstoppable. We knew he'd be back. He was the only Chaos Dwarf star player that we were talking about on the podcast that we were like, right, he's got to come back. I don't know what they'll do with the other ones, but they've got to bring THARK back, and they have. So let's have a look at the article over on Warhammer Community. So the new Chaos Dwarves star player is 4 hooves of unmitigated destruction. Earlier this year, we revealed the elegant new miniature for Jordell Fresh Breeze. Blah, 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 blah. Boring of that. Turns out, THARK the Unstoppable. Right, Unstoppable. Here's the first look of the model. So we've seen the Bull Centaurs that are coming alongside the team. Not in the box, but as a Forge World extra. Now we're seeing THARK. And this is, I love this. I really do like what they've done with the new Chaos Dwarf team, and this is just massive. This guy is monstrous. Just absolutely has all the mass and presence of a Minotaur, but with extra limbs and a man face with a beard. It is a fantastic homage to everything Chaos Dwarfy, and I flipping love it. I mean, that's got to be a 40mm base, and that is a big lad. So at nearly 9 feet tall and 1,800 pounds of raw muscle, armor and hatred, THARK is one of the most terrifying competitors to enter the gridiron. But he wasn't always the juggernaut sportsman Blood Bowl fans know and love. Once THARK was naught but a common labourer until an unfortunate misunderstanding between the Bull Centaur and his colleagues over a few post-work drinks resulted in the breathtaking amounts of property damage, and even with the local constabulary and the attention of the Zarnugger and Ziggurats talent scouts. Unsurprisingly, he took to Blood Bowl like a halfling to pasties, whereas uncontrollable outbursts of blazing anger could be aimed for blah, blah, blah. Nearly 100 fatalities and 3 million gold pieces of property damage later. Big on property damage, this guy. THARK had firmly earned the moniker the Unstoppable, even managing to score a handful of touchdowns in between stints, trampling match officials and smashing preening wood elves through food carts. All right, we've got some great artwork here as well. It's really interesting. Like, they show the model, then the artwork, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to the Games Workshop artists, because the artwork is brilliant, but you just kind of like, I don't care now. Like, seen the model, don't worry about artwork, just show me the model again. Okay, we got a little smidgen of rules and stuff here for THARK. THARK lives up to his reputation with a fearsome spread of stats that match capable speed with overwhelming physical power. His skills and traits reinforce his position as a brutal blocker who can surge out of the scrimmage after clobbering a few blockers with break tackle, sprint and thick skull numbering just a few. So what he isn't is a tactical wizard, and his special action Unstoppable Momentum is as blunt and simple as the man himself, giving a free reroll every time he blitzes. Okay, so this is his special power. This is his special rule. Unstoppable Momentum. Whenever THARK performs a blitz action, he may reroll a single dice. Badlands Brawls and favoured of Hash Hut teams can arm themselves with THARK the Unstoppable's majestic brutality for the princely sum of 300k, and his glorious miniature will be available soon in Forge World resin. Okay, right, first thing first, Unstoppable Momentum. So you're going to be blitzing with this guy. He is a big old Bull Centaur. He used to be Strength 5. We're going to assume he's Strength 5 in this one. So you've got Chaos Dwarves. You can probably set up, and if you're going to be using him, I don't know. I think you're probably 2-die blitzing with him. The movement and the agility of the Chaos Dwarf team is not renowned for being brilliant. So being able to set up 2 assists on the target that you're trying to blitz to get you that strength 7 to probably 3-die block it, I don't think is going to happen very often. Potentially as the team builds up and you get some guard and stuff, you can start brewing up some big old hits, but this really means he's got a 2.5-die blitz every time, basically, on everybody, which is really cool. Plus, it's kind of going to save you. I'm assuming he's going to start, well, I don't know, maybe he won't start with block. If he starts with block, that's phenomenal. If they, I mean, at 300k, you'd want this star player to start with block. Like, you absolutely need him to, because that is such a massive price cost. Especially if he's playing for Hash Hut, which is probably only Chaos Dwarves. So he's basically a Chaos Dwarf only star. A Chaos Dwarf only star for 300k is massive. So you kind of got to assume that you're going to be punching up massively. So you kind of going to be attending a league that's under the way, you know? Right. Interesting. Did he have strength 5 in the old edition? Armor 10 plus, sprint, short feet, block. Okay, he did used to have block, so that's potentially really, really good. So, okay, that takes it away. That means you've got to roll 2 skulls and then roll a 3rd skull for your blitz to fail. Even Trips couldn't do that wrong. So, challenge accepted, Trips says. Right, so that's brilliant. Okay, we knew that was going to be good, but there's a massive difference between having block and not having block, even when you're re-rolling dice. Just watch a Black Orc game. So unstoppable momentum is going to be really, really cool. No loner, probably all right. Having break tackle with strength probably 5 is going to give him, what are you looking at? Edge 4 probably for centaurs. So a 2+ open field dodge with break tackle and then a 2-die blitz with a reroll. It's pretty cool. Plus he's going to be able to just take that blitz block. If you're using him at 300k, you kind of got to assume you're not running the Minotaur, or you're punching up against like a 1600 TV team, at which point this guy can be really, really cool. It's a lot of money for potentially just a lot of muscle, and especially the opening bit there. He said, got us wondering, what would the absolute opposite of Jordell Fresh Breeze be? The bluntest, meanest, and most unstoppable hammer to smash through the gridiron. So this guy is not a high edge scoring piece. I'm kind of looking through the old rules to see if what was agility used to be. It's 4+ in the old edition. So yeah, 4+ is not brilliant to be the ball carrier. Plus 300k, what are you using him in? You're not using him in a tournament because you're gonna have to give up so much of your team. Even at a 1200k tournament, you're going to be having to build your Chaos Dwarf team 100k down. So you could probably run a standard Chaos Dwarf team, like thinking about how we used to do things. You'd have to leave off the Bull Centaur at 1 million or the Minotaur at 1 million and fudge him in and take up all the extra cash up to 1200. So definitely can be done. And I think maybe if the prices for the team stays around about the same, we could see Chaos Dwarves, but using this guy as a better Minotaur, but he's twice the price. And that's pretty massive. But that combat skill is awesome, and he's not going to have a nega trait either. So, and the Minotaur's got loner. So, all right. Do you know what? He's 150k upgrade then to a Minotaur, and I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. But he's not going to do everything. Now, the other bit, favoured of Hash Hut, we kind of mused about this because of what it said in the article that Warcom dropped. I wonder if any other teams are going to get retroactively given that, because otherwise he's going to be a real edge case piece where only Chaos Dwarves are running him, which is fine. I mean, it could be fun to run like a Hobgoblin team with 3 Bull Centaurs. That could be pretty cool. But again, he's not going to be absolutely ubiquitous. So in the old edition, according to BB Tactics anyway, movement 6, strength 5, edge 4+, armor 10+, block, break tackle, juggernaut, loner, sprint, sure feet, thick skull. So he is, for all intents and purposes, movement 6 to 9, pretty reliably movement 9. Movement 9, strength 5 with that big hitting block. He is going to be terrifying on the pitch. It's just 300k is such a huge amount to plow into any star. I mean, you've got Count Drakenborg, right? He's worth it. He can win games because he's also edge 2+. This guy is just muscle, which is going to work a lot of the time. 60% of the time, it works all the time. Right, I like this. I like the model. I really like the model. I really like the model. The model's cool. I'm glad we've got him. Now onwards to the next 2 stars. Let me know what you think, and we'll be back soon with more Bubba content. Happy blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Or come join us on YouTube Members or in Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to some content, some loot, early access to basically everything we do, as well as regular competitions. Or you can pick up some Bonehead Podcast loot either on our website at boneheadpodcast.com. We've got the Dungeon Bowl things, we've got tokens and stuff like that, or on our Spreadshirt site as well. Everything you do just helps us make more content and hopefully do it of better quality. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy blocking.